All right, what up, everybody? So we have a budget gaming phone right here, the Realme C25. So let's see what a 7,495 peso phone can offer us. So this has a 6,000 milliamps battery, a Helio G70 gaming processor, 6.5-inch screen, and an 18-watt quick charge. Design-wise, right off the bat, you can easily tell that this is a Realme phone. Take a closer look at this. It has this wavy sort of watery illusion thing going on. Looks cool. It has plastic back but doesn't really feel cheap, though the only gripe I have with plastic is you feel that it's kinda hollow inside. I'm just nitpicking though, but the plus side is no fingerprint will ever set foot on this case. Now we see a USB Type C port on the bottom, speaker grill, headphone jack, and power button on the right side, plus the volume rocker. Nothing on top, so this doesn't have a stereo speaker. And on the left side, we have the dual SIM and the micro SD card slot. The fingerprint sensor sits conveniently at the back and it unlocks instantaneously. The IPS screen is running at 720p. Actually, on YouTube videos and games, it is a bit difficult to distinguish the low resolution display. However, on static images, like let's say on Facebook, you'll definitely see those jagged lines. It really depends on the app and how it would render the said image. But yeah, this is what you get. Gaming beast. It is. No clickbait, man. But only on MOBA games. It handles it with such high frame rates that you won't even believe that you only paid 7,000 pesos for this phone. It's ridiculous. Alright, as you can see here on the data, playing Mobile Legends and League of Legends Wild Rift is actually close to like playing it on a Poco X3 Pro, which has the Snapdragon 860 chipset. Yeah, no kidding. It's quite a smooth experience, man. This is where you get real value on a really cheap mobile phone. Those numbers is just amazing for the price. However, if you play Marvel Super Wars, as you can see here on the data, playing it on high or on max graphical settings, 1% low is at 26 FPS. You can definitely feel that. You'll feel some frame drops here and there. So if you wanted a smoother experience, better set it to medium graphical settings. And that will give you a smoother gameplay, really. Alright, now here are the other games on Genshin Impact. Yeah, you can play it, but there's just a lot of major frame drops here. On PUBG, you'll actually get a consistent FPS. Can actually play this game here. Just don't expect a smooth experience. On Asphalt 9, it's the same thing. It is playable, but it's not the smoothest. On Call of Duty Mobile, this is quite playable on the lowest setting. So this is the low graphical setting and then high frame rate. The thing I noticed with Call of Duty Mobile is there seems to be a delay, like when you pan or look to the right or to the left. The response is not that fast, so that factor will really affect how you play the game. So camera, it actually takes decent photos as long as you have a good light source. Like, let's say, the sun? Yes, you will get great photos, good colors, a little bit soft, average dynamic range, but don't be fooled. These photos actually looks better when you import them on your PC. However, lose the light, you're gonna lose a lot of detail and sharpness. Light is gonna be your best friend here. On selfies, yeah, it's just a little soft, loses a little detail here and there compared to the Poco F3, but it's more than capable again if you have a decent light source. So here's a quick tip on how to run your Android phone a little faster. So this will actually apply to any Android device. So first go to settings and then go to additional settings, go to developer options, then scroll down till you find these three settings here. and set all of them to 0.5x. What it does is it shortened the animation, when you're navigating through your phone or when you're opening an app. So it kind of makes your phone a little bit snappier. Alright, so this may only have a 720p screen, not the fastest chipset, and not even a mention about its sampling rate considering that it is a gaming device. But the silver lining is, thank you Catriona, is you're gonna get a ton of battery life. Like literally man, 6,000 milliamps and 720p screen. Oh my gosh, that's gonna be like Mobile Legends for days. The thing I hate is it is only Wildvine level 3. So it doesn't have that level 1 certification. What it means is you can only watch 480p resolution on your video streaming apps like Netflix and Amazon. And that 480p is really noticeable. I mean, even just 720p would have been really godsent on this device, but yeah, sadly, there really isn't. But yeah, the good thing is YouTube is not affected. Also, I have made the rain test with these phones. The Poco X3 Pro and Poco F3 ended up with, roughly 10 hours of battery life on Netflix. This will give you 23 hours of Netflix on a full charge. That's just insane. It also has an optimized battery charging mode where it charges your phone little by little at night while you're sleeping, then pumps it up in the morning so you'll still end up with a good full charge, which then extends the longevity of your batteries. And yeah, if for some reason you're on a night shift or whatever, then you will need to disable this feature because if not, it'll take the whole night to charge the phone. Alright? Rheinland or Rheinland Certified. It doesn't make any sense on a mobile device, really. Give us drop protection, dust, and water resistant. I mean, those are the things that we need. I would say a phone shouldn't really need any certification about its, reliability. Just think about it. Tito alert. Those old Nokia phones like the 3210 or 3310. I mean, those were like tanks for crying out loud. And they were released like 20 years ago. Doesn't need any form of certification or whatever. And just the made in Finland stamp should actually be more than enough. Recommendation. So if it's really hard for you to stretch your budget and you wanted to start playing MOBA games, like there's tons on the Google Play Store, and you want a decent camera, then yes, go buy it. And that's our review of the Realme C25, and I've actually started playing also with, one of the Narza phones. So, you better subscribe or click on the notification bell so that, you'll be notified for our future uploads. So again, this is Ian again from Biscuit TV. I'll be seeing you on the next one.